Welcome to Shezzy's Digestive Harmony. I'm your host, Cherie Segal, General Wellness and Gut Health Coach. Curious on how to improve your digestion or your general wellness? Send your queries or questions to Wellness Coach by Cherie Segal at outlook.com, or you can find me on Instagram at Wellness by CS. I'm here to lend an ear and offer guidance to better your health. So grab your favorite drink and sit back, relax, and let's dive in. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Shezzy's Digestive Harmony. I'm your host, Cherie, and today I'm diving into a topic that affects millions worldwide, goiters. This is number 2 in my thyroid series that I'm actually doing a podcast on today. So if you've ever noticed a swelling in your neck or experienced swallowing difficulties or changes, in your voice, your thyroid may be trying to tell you something. In this episode, I'll explore what goiters are and the key causes behind, them. And most importantly, how you can support your thyroid naturally from, lifestyle shifts. I'll be sharing holistic remedies to help nourish your thyroid and bring it back to balance. So if you're ready to uncover the root causes and take charge of your thyroid health, stay tuned. The causes of goiters, let's look at that. Iron deficiency. This is the most common cause of goiters worldwide because iodine is an essential producing hormone for thyroid. When the body doesn't get enough, like iodine, the thyroid enlarges in an attempt to absorb more from the bloodstream. This is especially common in areas where iodine-rich foods like seaweed and seafood are not a regular part of the diet. Let's look at Hashimoto's thyroiditis. So this is an autoimmune condition where the immune system mistakenly attacks the thyroid and it leads to chronic inflammation. Over time, this damages the thyroid, causing it to enlarge and form a goiter. Hashimoto's often results in hypothyroidism, low thyroid function, leading to fatigue, weight gain, and brain fog. There are other forms of Hashimoto's hypothyroidism that don't require medicine. I have one of those. I don't require because I keep an eye on my lifestyle, my stress levels, and visit the doctor regularly to do the blood test to test my TSH levels. So last time they were normal and balanced. So stress plays a big part too in this as well. Graves' disease. If you suffer from Graves' disease, this is basically another autoimmune thyroid disorder, unlike Hashimoto's Graves, caused by an hyperthyroidism, which is overactive. The immune system overstimulates the thyroid, leading to excessive hormone production, which can cause rapid weight loss, heart palpitations, and anxiety and stress. As I mentioned, it's another cause. Stress is a killer, but you can manage it, guys. The overstimulation can also cause the thyroid to enlarge, forming a goiter. Hormone imbalances and estrogen dominance. So the thyroid is sensitive to hormone shifts, especially in women. High estrogen levels can suppress thyroid function by increasing a protein called TBG, and that's thyroid binding globulin, which reduces the amount of free active thyroid hormones available in the body. So this imbalance can contribute to goiter formation over time. Toxin exposure and heavy metals. So being exposed to these type of things also, isn't good, which we can't help because it's in the water, the food, everything we have in our daily basic living. So the thyroid absorbs and stores iodine, but unfortunately it can absorb toxic halogens like fluoride that's in our water. Bromine and chlorine is in our water, which compete the iodine and interfere, thyroid function and competes with the iodine. So they're constantly battling. So heavy metals like mercury and lead can also disrupt hormone production, leading to thyroid dysfunction and enlargement. So let's look at the gut health connection. So the gut and thyroid, are closely linked through the gut thyroid axis. Leaky gut, which is intestinal permeability, and chronic inflammation. Inflammation, guys, I talk about inflammation all the time. This is the biggest cause of things. If we try and reduce the inflammation, we reduce the symptoms of the disease and manage it. Chronic inflammation can trigger autoimmune reactions that affect the thyroid, so such as Hashimoto's or Graves' disease. Poor gut health can also lead to nutrient deficiencies like iodine, selenium, and zinc, which are essential for thyroid function. Let's look at diet, nutrition, and support, Iodine-rich foods like seaweed, wild-caught fish, but caution in autoimmune conditions. I know in Japan, they have a very high diet of seaweed and fish, so the Goiters there are quite low. The thyroid, from research, what I have found, the thyroid function there is quite low in terms of having Hashimoto's and hyperthyroidism. Selenium can be found in Brazil nuts and sunflower seeds for thyroid balance. Zinc and iron are found in pumpkin seeds, lentils as well, to support thyroid hormone production. The herbal support you can get, which I take on a daily, I take ashwagandha and rhodiola. And ashwagandha is for adrenal thyroid balance, bladderwrack for iodine deficient goiters, and nettle tea to to help with overall thyroid support. Lifestyle changes, this is huge. And I just mentioned stress management. You can start small, guys, and it makes such a big impact. My clients have had that. Meditation, deep breathing, reducing cortisol spikes. So in the morning, guys, cortisol is the highest, and that is the best day to do your daily walking. I had a beautiful walk this morning with my vest on. And that's the best time to do it, to burn off the cortisol stress hormone and bring it further down. So remove processed foods and, inflammatory triggers, gluten, refined sugar. Gluten's in a lot of breads and pastas and things, but if you do not have a gluten intolerance, don't cut it out, guys. You don't have to, get tested for celiac. And if it's negative, then you can keep eating little bits of bread, little bits. Sourdough is really good. Whole grain pasta, is really good too. Avoid endocrine disruptors, like things found in like beauty products, switch to natural skincare and non-toxic household products. There's a whole heap of them at the supermarket. You just have to do swaps. I might even do a list of swaps on my next thyroid session for the podcast, the next episode. So, keep tuned. Let's look at detoxification and gut healing. So supporting liver detox with dandelion root tea, milk thistle, and cruciferous veggies. Probiotics, mention probiotics all the time, and fermented foods for gut health. So I wanted to recap. Today I've covered the main causes of goiters, including iodine deficiency, autoimmune conditions like Hashimoto's and Graves' disease, hormonal imbalances, toxin exposure, and gut health issues. I've also explored holistic ways to support your thyroid, such as eating iodine and selenium-rich foods. I think it's like, for selenium-rich foods, I think it's like only like 3 Brazil nuts. So they're quite expensive to buy, but you only have about 2 or 3 a day. So that's like really good for selenium. Using herbs like ashwagandha and bladderwrack, reducing toxin exposure, and managing, your stress to balance your hormones. This has worked fabulously with myself and my clients. They're getting enough rest. They've reduced their cortisol, by a lot. If you're experiencing persistent thyroid symptoms like swelling, fatigue, weight changes, or mood swings, it's important to get tested and work with a healthcare practitioner. A functional medicine or holistic doctor can help identify the root cause and guide you towards the right approach for healing. You can get your free blood test through your GP as well to also manage and make sure your TSH levels for your thyroid are balanced. If they are not balanced, get it regularly checked, do your lifestyle changes. I've done this and I don't need to take medication for my Hashimoto's. It's an inherited thing for me, I found out. But yeah, so always get yourself tested. Don't leave your symptoms there because you could end up, getting worse and going to hospital. So always consult a practitioner, guys. This episode is also just one piece of the puzzle in the next part of our thyroid series. So I'll be diving deeper into thyroiditis in my next session. Stay tuned for more insights on naturally supporting your thyroid health. So if you found this episode helpful, make sure you follow the podcast so you never miss an episode. Share it with a friend who might be struggling with thyroid issues. Even, yourself, you can follow too. And come and say hi on Instagram at Wellness by CS. You can find me there for more holistic tips. And that's a wrap on today's episode. I hope this gave you a deeper understanding of goiters and how they relate to overall thyroid health. So remember, small daily changes like incorporating thyroid supportive foods, managing stress, and, reducing toxin exposure can have a powerful impact over time. The body's always working to heal when you give the right support. If you found this episode helpful, I'd love for you to subscribe, leave a review, or share it with a friend who might benefit. You can also connect with me, as I mentioned before, on Instagram. It's at Wellness by CS for more tips and insights on gut thyroid health. Even drop me a message or a DM if you need assistance with anything, including thyroid or your gut health or just general wellness, or just if you're curious. And I want to thank you guys for tuning in to Shezzy's Digestive Harmony. I really enjoy this platform. Take care and always nourish your body. And I'll see you in the next episode.